Today I was doing a little art project outside in my garden and I wanted to share it with you, so I filmed some clips for Instagram. And I just wanted to say that I hope this video really inspires you to step in your own power and to be your authentic self, to find the truth that's within your heart about what is your soul's mission and purpose in this life, so you can live joyful, happy and content in this lifetime. I am crystal jewelry designer. I'm also a poet. I am published author of 2 books. I'm a Feng Shui student and I'm an artist. I am an artist. This is my soul's expression. It's very liberating stepping into your creative power. I always knew about myself since very early age that I am an artist. But I never considered that option because of how my parents raised me, because of my parents' background as well. It just wasn't ever considered as something serious. It was always considered like a hobby or a talent that a person has, but kind of a useful talent that you can only play with when you are a kid. And later on you really have to find something for yourself that will put food on the table, you know what I mean. So my great-grandfather from my mom's side was actually an artist. He was a painter, a Hungarian painter, and his work was actually very much appreciated during his lifetime, but he led a very bohemian lifestyle, very destructive lifestyle, and he died at very early age. He never even recognized my grandfather as his child, which at that time, early 20s of the 20th century, you could only imagine how much trauma and how much misfortune generated for my great-grandmother. My grandfather was a musician. He played music in a musical band as a side job. My mom sings beautifully as well. She inherited that talent. She also inherited the talent for drawing. She was, as a kid, on some television competitions and stuff, but her father, my grandfather, because he was obviously traumatized as a child growing without his father, so my grandfather basically never allowed my mom to nurture that talent that she had within herself. He basically directed her in a whole different line of work and career. She did accomplish certain things in her career as a medical doctor, but she ended up quite miserable too, to be honest with you. Here we are already dealing with a lot of generational baggage and traumas, so it definitely wasn't acceptable to just proclaim yourself as an artist. My parents did not put too much pressure on me regarding that because they were too busy with other stuff, with their own lives, with their own issues. At some point of my life, I was free to express myself as an artist, but because the way I was raised and programmed, I just thought it's best for me to find a normal job. So I just buried myself in fast fashion industry for 14 long years, and in that period of time I never wrote anything, I never drew anything, and I hardly ever read a book or two, which was devastating for my soul. 14 long years of just piling up clothes in my wardrobe, in my house, and feeling more and more empty. As my closet became full, my heart became even more empty. So something changed a couple of years ago and they really started stepping into my power. I don't really ever feel blockage when I have to express myself as an artist, when I have to define myself as an artist. And I think we should all be able to do so if we feel that inside of ourselves. there is no one to judge us but ourselves. And if we aren't sure about what we are, what our true purpose is, then we cannot expect others to give us that confirmation that we need. It just doesn't have any sense to go around looking for somebody who will confirm, yes, you are an artist. And you're like there shouting, am I an artist? Am I an artist? Am I allowed to be an artist? Do you consider me an artist? You know what I mean? You really have to know that within yourself and step into that power. So this is the message that I wanted to transfer in the video that you are going to see. I hope you will enjoy watching the video that I have prepared for you, and I hope it will really inspire you and give you that spark. Maybe you need that spark to get you going, to get started, and to just liberate yourself, to step into your own true power and to be your authentic self and to live joyful every single day of your life. This is also why I started this little project of mine, drawing the energy of the day. So basically every single day, or whenever I can, I try to draw a little painting, and I try to just tune into the energy of the present moment and let my hand flow on the piece of paper. In this period of time, I really like to play with watercolor. I love to use metallic watercolor because it shines so beautifully in the sunlight. And then I just put like a meaningful little message. This particular one says, I am love. In Croatian, ja jesam ljubav. They really have all sorts of different messages. I have one here hanging on the wall which says, through this life story of yours, step like a winner. Well, they are in Croatian, so I'm trying to translate their meaning, but this is more or less the meaning that it holds. I started this project first of all because it's something that my soul and my heart just craves to do. Because if there is a day that I spent without doing any form of art, like creating jewelry or writing something meaningful, like a little poetry, if a day passes and I notice that I haven't done anything creative, then I feel hungry from the inside. It's like I haven't eaten. So that's why I started this little journey of mine, creating these drawings, the energy of the day. Because as a busy mom and household to maintain and everything, I don't necessarily always have a lot of time on my hands to do these things. But I feel that this is something that I can easily do and just find a moment for myself to just relax and tune into my inner world and then express it on the outside through these drawings. And hopefully by sharing those drawings with you, I can also inspire you and raise your vibration and hopefully make this world a better place. Because at the end of the day, change starts within us and from us, and we should never think that we are too small as an individual to make a difference. Because if we all stand into our true power, we can make wonders. Like, we can definitely create a beautiful world around us, for us and for our kids to grow up.